Morning, a man breaks into a downtown Nashville apartment complex, steals a pretty big TV, and then hides from police for several days. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley working the details on this one from the CJC this morning. And the guy broke into this complex by using a pretty unique method, right?
Yeah, he used this magnetic car that looks exactly like this. We used them to get into the gym, to the workplace, and he just happened to steal one from an employee at the apartment complex, broke in there and actually stole a 60-inch television completely by himself and then went on the run. This happened late Tuesday night of last week at the Nance Place Apartments. After getting police involved, the manager was actually able to trace back that stolen key card to an employee at the apartment complex who actually knows the suspect. So what police did, they got that employee to call the suspect, 46-year-old Henry Foxworth, and to talk to him about the crime itself. Police were listening in on the phone call and actually talked to Foxworth as well, telling him he needed to turn himself in. Foxworth told police, all right, let me call my attorney and then I'll call you guys back. Well, he called everybody back, but instead of turning himself in, he told the employee at that complex that she needed to pay him $50 or he wouldn't return the TV. Police were somehow able to track the guy down yesterday afternoon, and he made up another story, telling police someone actually stole this key card from him and then stole the TV themselves. So police, they didn't believe that. Thankfully, they brought him here to the Criminal Justice Center where he is in jail still this morning on a felony burglary charge carrying a bond of $25,000. We're live at the Criminal Justice Center this morning. Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thanks for the update on that. And still following that breaking news from earlier this morning, the robbery and assault down in the Antioch area at that Mapco. We did get some pictures of the suspects, surveillance photos taken from inside the gas station there. And you see where it's located, Murfreesboro Pike and Nashboro Boulevard. It was around 4 this morning. And we're told, this is one of the photos right here, that these guys apparently made off in a small red hatchback. 3 men apparently pulled up to the Mapco, and while one was inside, the hatchback then took off. The guy wearing the Chicago Bulls cap pistol whipped the clerk, we're told, and took money from the safe before he ran off on foot because the car had already gone. The clerk was taken to the hospital. Police are still looking for those suspects, 1 on foot, 2 in the car. An 18-wheeler collides with a vehicle on Briley Parkway last night. It shut down the westbound lanes for a short time. It was around 11 o'clock last night, and traffic, you see all the red lights? It was at a standstill until a little after midnight. The driver of the car had to be freed from the vehicle, but just had some bumps and bruises. Should be just fine. Some new information this morning about a deadly plane crash over in West Tennessee. The pilot has now been identified, James Taylor, according to the Hardeman County Sheriff's Department. He was flying a crop duster when it hit some power lines and went down in a soybean field. The investigation by the FAA is underway on this Thursday morning. A man has been arrested for downloading child pornography. The TBI obtained indictments charging Andrew Hardy there of sexual exploitation of a minor. Rutherford County deputies arrested the 27-year-old yesterday. They say he was using file-sharing software to traffic in child pornography. He's being held right now on a $100,000 bond. Happening today, Glenn Funk will be sworn in as the new Davidson County District Attorney General. He won the election back on May 6th, beating out Rob McGuire and Diane Lance. Funk has spent time really on both sides of the legal aisle as a prosecutor and as a defense attorney. He's replacing the longtime outgoing DA, Tory Johnson. It'll be the first time in more than 25 years that Nashville has had a new district attorney general. Swearing in at 3 o'clock this afternoon at the War Memorial Auditorium. Hey, also happening today, big news for Gallatin. Gun maker Beretta breaking ground on a new plant in the area. Governor Bill Haslam will be there. The manufacturing, research, and development facility is being built at the Gallatin Industrial Park. Construction is expected to be finished by April of next year as Beretta makes their new headquarters in the mid-state. Roads around Nashville are going to be packed tonight. Fans flooding Music City as the Vanderbilt football season gets underway and the Titans wrap up their preseason. News Channel 5's Deja Knight is on the Vandy campus right now with details on that. A lot of people are going to be heading out that way probably this afternoon to start the tailgating for tonight's game.
Yeah, that's right. You know, around 12 o'clock, that's when they're going to close down Jess Neely Drive and Natchez Trace just to make sure that, you know, everyone's okay and can walk around safely while they're getting ready to pregame, as I like to call it, for the big game. Thank goodness it's college football season again. And Vanderbilt, they're going to be taking on Temple tonight. This is also a big deal for them because this is Derek Mason's first game officially as Vanderbilt's new head coach. Now, with James Franklin leading them, the Commodores, they went 9-4 and finished in the top 25 rankings each the past 2 seasons. But Franklin is gone. Luckily, he left a lot of the great talent that he brought here at Vanderbilt. So the Commodores, they have opened the season on a Thursday night 3 times in a row now. It's going to be busy over here. So across the way, LP Field, Titans, they're going to go face Minnesota Vikings, who also, who so far have a perfect preseason record. This will be the 4th and final preseason game for Tennessee. It kicks off at 7 o'clock, but don't expect to see many starters tonight. Coach Wisenhunt says they're going to be playing a lot of the rookies. You know, they still have to make another roster cut. And then on top of all of this that's going on, Live on the Green will also be going down at Public Square, so traffic is going to be crazy.